Hey, I just want to make this quick video about my YouTube channel and my Facebook page. I'm going to cut to the chase. I'm going to explain what's going on. As you noticed on both YouTube and Facebook, notice how I don't have anything very active. That's because I'm not very active myself. Not as much as I'd like to be. And for personal reasons, I'm not able to be as active as I'd like to be. Some of you already know that I used to be with copblock.org under Dallas Cop Block. Well, I'm no longer affiliated with Cop Block anymore. I've gone completely, totally independent on my own. I'm not tied to anyone else or any other kind of groups or any kind of organizations. Totally independent, all on my own. Because in Cop Block, we dealt with basically government. We deal with police departments and police. We were somewhat of a group where we went to Arlington quite often, and we made national news over there and local news over there too as well. So my main objective here, my main focus here is how active I am or how active I am not. So in my situation, I am not one of those YouTube channels where they are on YouTube every single day, day after day, day in, day out. I don't have the time for that. I cannot do that even if I wanted to. When I was with Cop Block, I did about 150 cop watches. And only one time that it became very hostile by the police. Now that was over in downtown, over by the McDonald's, and a block from the Bank of America Plaza, where two police officers got in my face. And they found a drug needle nearby, and they asked me if it's mine. But I have forgiven that. I've moved on. I don't worry about that. That was then. When I was with Cop Block, under Dallas Cop Block, I asked people for help. I sent out an SOS on Facebook and on YouTube. And I even Pete Air, the co-founder of copblock.org, even sent out an SOS asking for help. You know how much help I got? Zero. No help at all from anybody. Nobody ever came out. I created events, private-owned events, and of all the ones that I've made, 2 people showed up, and I give them credit for those 2 people. And those were 2 different times. I did not have 3 or 4 different people. There's a news station, a new Spanish station here in town that wanted to do a story. They thought I spoke Spanish. I don't speak no Spanish. I got the accent, but I don't speak no Spanish. They came over to my house, do a story, and they said, "Is there anybody in your group that can speak Spanish?" I said, "There is no group. It's only me by myself." It's like people think that just because there's a Facebook page or some kind of cop watch organization that means that there's like 10, 15 people in there. No, that's not true. I was all by myself. A lot less dangerous in the way I looked at it to do cop watch than it would to do a First Amendment audit. I've already conducted a few First Amendment audits already under this new YouTube channel, Dallas Citizen Watch. The very first one was unintended. It was actually to get a police officer's attention across a parking lot. It was the very same police officer that got in my face. And as far as that police officer goes, we buried the hatchet, so we're good. So I'm not popular. I'm not well known, and that's fine, and I really don't care. But if there's anybody that would like to do First Amendment auditing, I'm all for it. But one thing I will not do, there's some things that I will not do. I don't go inside police stations or go inside government buildings. I prefer to be out on the public sidewalk. There are some First Amendment auditors that they do strictly public sidewalk or public easements. I am that person, meaning when I say that, they stay off the property. I think we already know some that do those, stay off the property First Amendment audits. First Amendment audits is more dangerous because you're going to have somebody come out and threaten you with a gun and threaten and say you're trespassing, like the video I just saw just a few minutes ago on YouTube. That's what the video I saw. This person is normally teamed up. This person today that I saw, no, they were solo. And to me, solo means trouble. And I'm gonna end up like, like this person here. Now it depends on the business. Certain types of businesses, you're probably not gonna have that happen at all. But other businesses, with like such as this one, yeah, I can see that happening. The more of your private businesses, your smaller or your mom pop contractors, your much smaller ones, those ones you're gonna have trouble with, in my opinion. This is my opinion. Everything I say is my opinion. Another thing is that when I was with Cop Block, under Cop Block, I was on a bicycle. I rode in the downtown with a bicycle 100% of the time. When there was protests going on downtown, I was on a bicycle. Bicycles, I do way better on a bicycle than on foot. On foot, I will not last very long. I'm on a bicycle. And when I do these First Amendment audits, I'm on a bicycle. And you must have a bicycle. Otherwise, you and I are separated completely, because I cannot walk and walk and walk and walk. Not like I'm 400 or 500 pounds. No, It's just that I don't do well with walking. So bicycling to me is the way to go. Well, how come you're not so active? How come you don't have any videos going on? Facebook page, I recently have seen a big increase in the number of likes going up. My YouTube channel, I'm not paying much attention to it. Another thing I do is I take dart. I take dart very, very, very often. And when I do, I have my bicycle. And there is a car on the dart train that you can take your bicycle on, and you can ride the dart train and go to location to location. I've already done that already before. I've done that at the Bachman water treatment plant over by Love Field. I've done that already. I've done that twice. Both audits, I've done both. The first time when I was accosted by that, what's his name over there, Allied Universal or Universal Allied Security Services, bullcrap, garbage, violation of the First Amendment, comes up to me with a gun, armed. Going solo, these audits to me is bad. It's pretty much looking to get assaulted or get for something bad to happen to you. That's how I look at it. That's my opinion. Going solo, no bueno, no good. If you're with somebody else, they got your back and you got their back. That way, if they film you get assaulted, they can film you. And I don't expect for them to do anything to intervene. I prefer that they film me being assaulted, and vice versa. I hope that something being assaulted is hoping that something doesn't happen. I believe I see that filming in private sector than government, you're more likely to be assaulted. Well, I understand that people say, well, whenever you're filming and a police officer tells you to stand back and they put your hands on you like this to push you back, they don't punch you, no, but they kind of push you back. They're saying it's assault. Okay, and that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about chest bumping, which is the most common. I'm talking about slapping your cell phone and there's actual skin-to-skin contact. I'm talking about smacking your rig and it smacks somebody else on their leg or something like that, causing physical contact, not necessarily skin-to-skin. So from here on out, today is the 15th. Today is March 15th, 2021. From here on out, as long as I don't get anybody to come out with me on audits, there's nobody to back me up, you're not going to see any videos or any kind of action or any kind of movement. All you're going to see is a stagnant YouTube channel and Facebook page that means with worthless doesn't mean anything at all.